Hello students, today we are going to discuss about codon bias and codon optimization. Myself Dr. Rekha Khandia, Department of Genetics. So very first we will discuss where these two words codon bias and codon optimization comes. So first for that we have to discuss about a protein which is a product of gene expression, and the gene expression is the process by which the genetic information is translated into a functional gene product, which is a protein. And gene expression is modulated at various stages, like transcription, like RNA splicing, translation, and post translational modification of the protein. And apart these steps, the expression of a gene can be modulated on the at the level of synonymous mutations. How? Synonymous mutations are also able to modulate gene expression, because in a gene few codons are preferred, while other codons are not as preferred as few codons. If we try to understand the same, I will take example of a table. Here we can clearly see that first I will show you codon usage table. Here you can see all the 64 codons, and here we can see that for a single amino acid except for methionine, which is coded by only one triplet, that is AUG, all other codons are coded by more than two triplets. Like for example, for phenylalanine, there are two triplets are there. For leucine, there are six triplets, four here and two here are available. Similarly, for isoleucine, three triplets are here. For valine, there are four, and likewise. And for stop codons also, there is a single triplet. So here we can see that a single amino acid may be coded by more than one codons. So what is the significance of multiple triplets for a single amino acid? If we take an example, and by looking at this example, we can understand the codon bias. What codon bias is? Here we are taking an example of arginine amino acid. For arginine, there are six triplets which have been written here, and in a genome of, say, here it is a comparative analysis of human, Drosophila and E. coli, and here the percentage usage is given for each triplet. Here we can see that AGG codon is most preferred codon in case of human, because it is used 23% times, whereas CG, who is the least preferred codon, which is used only by 9%. If the same case we try to see in Drosophila, unlike human where AGG is the most preferred codon, CGC is the most preferable codon here, whilst AGG, which is most preferred codon in case of human Drosophila, it is least preferred. And in case of E. coli also, it is entirely, the scenario is entirely different, and CGU is the most preferred codon in case of E. coli. So here it is very much clear that for each organism, preference of codon is different, and it could either serve as a signature also for a particular organism. And this preferring a codon over the others is called codon bias. Okay, so here AGG is biased over other codons in case of human. So now we will go to again to codon, though we have understand codon usage bias. So how this codon usage bias may affect the protein synthesis machinery, this we will try to understand what how codon bias and other factors may affect protein synthesis machinery. Because if we go for recombinant DNA technology or any other technique where we want to have our protein in ample amount, then in naturally occurring gene we have to make some mutations, and this science is called as synthetic biology. So in synthetic biology, DNA sequence is manipulated in such a way so that it leads to maximum protein expression, and the criteria which are being taken into consideration for optimizing gene expression are codon bias, the first thing which we have already learned in previous slides. Then codon adaptation index, codon context bias, RNA secondary structure, number of tRNA, ribosomal binding site, restriction site, hidden stop codons, and other motifs. So, as we have already discussed about codon bias, next we will discuss about codon adaptation index. What is codon adaptation index? Codon adaptation index is you can say it's a numerical value which indicates that how much a gene is adapted to the host if it is expressed in a heterologous host. Like if a human gene like insulin or any other gene is expressed in E. coli, the codon adaptation index of that particular gene will range from 0 to 1, and higher the codon adaptation index means more it will be towards the value of 1, it will be more likely to be expressed high. Then what is codon context bias? As we all know that eukaryotic genome is of very large size, and it contains various chromosomes also. So if we see either case of rat genome or human genome or gorilla or chimpanzee genome, within a gene also codon bias vary, as well as within chromosomes also the level of codon bias or the degree of codon bias is different. Means in one gene codon bias may be maybe towards some other codon, in other gene it could be for some other codon. So this is called codon context bias. So within an organism itself there could be variable uh, bias. So then if we have to take this criteria under consideration, then we take the average of all the codon bias present in all uh, protein coding genes. Then the next criteria is RNA secondary structure. As we all know that there are two steps for two methods of termination of transcription. One is RNA dependent, Rho dependent termination, and second one is Rho independent termination. And for Rho independent termination, RNA secondary structure, stem loop like structure, plays very significant role in terminating the process of transcription. So we have to see and keep an eye for the gene at we have to keep eye at the time of gene manipulation, so that no secondary structure in RNA should be made, so that our protein synthesis machinery should not be abruptly stopped. Then number of tRNA. As we all know that amino acids are carried by tRNA for translation process, and for each codon there is a specific number of tRNA is present in the cell. So number of tRNA also is having impact on protein synthesis machinery. Apart that, ribosomal binding site, if it is near to 5 prime end, then the protein synthesis will be higher, and if it is far from the 5 prime end, then the protein synthesis efficiency will be lowered down. While manipulating the gene for optimizing protein expression, we have to take care about restriction sites also, which might be de novo generated when we are manipulating the genes. So these internal restriction sites uh, may alter, maybe hindering our downstream processing. like cloning, etc. These restrictions rights should be avoided with that. While manipulation, some stop codons also may be appeared, so we have to take care of them also, as well as some other motives like Shine-Dalgarno sequence also, if they are present in between the protein expression region, they also reduce the rate of protein synthesis machine. So these are the all parameters, main important parameters. There are so many other parameters also, but these are the main parameters which we need to take care during the synthetic gene designing, as well as during codon optimization. Thank you.